And are you Mr. Terry?
Yes, I am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Are you the same Ronald Terry who was placed on community supervision in 2020 CR 10452 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on January 26, 2021 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Ronald Patronus Terry did in there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of October, November 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State will waive the remaining allegation.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in the prison?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Judge, there is not, but state would be asking you to grant state's motion and sentence to 2 years in the prison. This is based upon the defendant's absconder since October of 2020.
All right, how old are you?
71.
All right, thank you. Here's the thing, you're 71. If you don't stop using drugs, you know what's going to end up happening to you?
Be hit.
Yeah, or either in prison. Do you have family here?
Yes, I do.
All right, you better make changes. Counsel, let him know where he can go to get treatment and get help.
Your Honor, may I speak on his behalf, please?
No. Court is finding 5 true. Motion is denied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Tell the judge, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, he had a really good story. He really did.
Let me hear the story.
Your Honor, he was reporting.
I know it's
He
true.
did pay and he did do his community service, but Social Security found, SSI found that he was unable to live at home. He's in a full, Hunter's Pond, for the other, he was unable to take care of himself. That's why he stopped reporting. He hasn't picked up anything new. He lost his wallet and went to go renew his license and realized he had a
You
warrant.
should have came in to see me.
Then he would have
We could-
missed me.
Yeah, then he would have missed you. So you had a very good attorney. So do you have a place to stay now?
Yes, 100%.
He does. He does.
All right, if you're ever looking for a place, they have Twin Town Tiny Village. And you meet the age category for that. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right name. Yeah, it's Town Twin Village. And it is such a nice place. Have you ever been?
I haven't.
You should go there. It's located on Dietrich Road. You're with Shriners and everything, right? You should have them do a tour for Shriners so they can see what they do out there. It is a great place. They allow you to do laundry. They allow you to take showers. They provide meals for you. They even have a movie night. I didn't get a chance to stay for their movie night. They have therapists on site and they have these tiny homes there. And they are absolutely gorgeous. And you get to, once you're accepted, you get to design your home. Like, do you want it with an enclosed porch, which is what I would do, the enclosed front porch. And it comes fully furnished. So bed, you are just ready to live once you get in there. You don't have to buy silverware or any of that. You don't have to, they give you.
This is the moment that may have the biggest impact on the judge's decision. Notice that Judge Boyd isn't focusing only on the violations themselves. She's focusing on a pattern. Legally, probation revocation hearings often come down to whether the defendant can demonstrate a genuine willingness and ability to comply with court-ordered conditions moving forward. The defendant admits responsibility, but the court is asking a deeper question. Why does the same problem keep happening? The judge points out that previous opportunities, programs, and modifications have already been provided. From the court's perspective, repeated failures to report and comply begin to undermine confidence that another extension would produce a different outcome. There's also a human element here. The defendant appears frustrated and aware of his mistakes, but acknowledgement alone may not be enough. What do you think matters more in a probation case, accepting responsibility or proving consistent action? Keep that question in mind as the hearing moves toward the final sentencing decision.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record for a moment. Oh, that's how you spell his last name. Sometimes my pronunciation isn't what it should be. Thank you. Are you the same Josue Carvajal who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 5498W for the office of unauthorized use of a vehicle on June 7, 2022 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
On state's first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt, violated condition number 2 on or about the 27th day of March 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Josue Carvajal did then and there fails to admit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violated condition number 2 on or about the 27th day of June 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Josue Carvajal did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violated.
Just 1 second, off the record for a moment. So, Deputy, could you move them down to the other end? All right, you may continue.
Violated condition number 2 on or about the 15th day of August 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Josue Carvajal did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Josue Carvajal did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of September and October 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Finally, violated condition number 29 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Josue Carvajal did then and there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer for the months of September and October 2025 in violation of number 29.
True.
State will waive the remaining.
Any objection to the
No.
waivers? Did you understand by pleading true to those violations, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 2, 2, 2, 4, and 29?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violations 2, 2, 2, 4, and 29 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's not, Judge. The state is asking that you grant its motion, enter an adjudication of guilt and sentence to 2 years in the prison. Judge, this is Mr. Carvajal's 4th MTR. If there's anything that's shown based upon the record in the court's file, it's that we find ourselves in a situation where Mr. Carvajal is either pleading true to a condition 4 or 2. The court then allows alter an amendment to his conditions and we're back in the same position. I don't believe Mr. Carvajal wants to be on probation any longer based on his lack of complying with the conditions, probably despite what he's going to tell the court today. But I don't think he's a good candidate. He showed he's not a good candidate, and I think it's time that he's revoked.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, he pled true and is accepting responsibility. This is not new violence, new victims, or escalating. He's struggling with instability and structure, I think. It's whether those violations is sufficient, is necessary. What can we do to address those? He failed probation, he stopped engaging, he has accepted responsibility, and the court has extended opportunities. But I think we got to look at, there's been no violence, no weapons, there's no more victims, there's no assaultive conduct, there's no dealing or trafficking, there's no other criminal behavior besides just not showing up. He does have multiple negative drug tests. He completed the Bear County outpatient program, additional outpatient participation from 2024 to 25. I think he's done over half of the community service hours. He has some prior employment compliance and, like I said, some community service. I think that what we have here is a cognitive issue. I think he would like to be extended and do some sort of inpatient for the cognitive. I think that would be graduated response through the MTRs. I think that'd be appropriate. It's not so much that he was using, but he's just missing. So again, I think it's more cognitive than anything. I think he needs some sort of stability. He needs structure and something to help him with his fear and avoidance with probation. I don't think he's minimized anything. And I think the maximum sentence would be reserved for somebody who, I don't know, has done something way worse than what's going on here. So if you do decide to revoke, we would ask for 6 months, Judge. But we would ask that you continue and that he can come out a better person. He's still young, and I think we can still save him. Do you want to say anything to the court?
Judge, I know I have been.
Oh, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
So I got
Why don't you report?
I just have been, I've been honestly, unresponsible over my actions.
Here's the thing, and so I want you to tell me whatever you want to tell me, but I wanted you to know where I'm coming from so you can understand the answers that I'm looking for from you. You've been in this court previously before. It's always a violation of condition number 4 or condition number 2. And then I will ask you, what do you need from the court so that you will complete this probation? And whatever you need, I always give it to you. So I've given you the MRT. Each time you come in, I try to help you with something. And we're back here for the same thing. So you can address those issues because that's the issue. You keep coming back for the same thing.
The MRT, I did, the class that I was actually attending, it was,
That's not the question. The question is, why aren't you reporting and why aren't you giving drug tests? That was the question. So she wants to know the answer to that. Why aren't you doing that? Or is it how old are you?
22.
And so you're old enough to get to court. Why haven't you grown up and done that? Why aren't you going?
Then I'm responsible.
So do you have a vehicle?
I did not, I actually lost it in a car crash.
That's your problem, right? It's your responsibility to get there. And you're doing a GED in jail right now?
Yes, I am.
So like, why did you do a GED when you were not in jail?
I was actually attending to it, but there was a 6 months program and it wasn't.
Let me ask you this. Did you sign up for a GED program when you were out of custody?
I was trying to, yes. Ma'am.
So the answer to that is no. Okay. Why?
There was a 6 months waiting program, and between that, my probation officer wasn't letting me attend to it. She wanted me to attend right on the dot, basically, like on time, when my probation was about to be due. And I kept on telling her there's the time, it's not gonna add up. So I tried, but I tried actually even going, I tried to attend a different GED class, but
Mhm.
they wouldn't let me because I had already did it 3 times.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Why do you think you should be continued and not be sent to prison? Why this time? Whose fault is it that you're here?
Take full responsibility over it.
All right, any questions?
Mr. Carvajal, you realize you're not in charge of the timeline here, correct?
So,
and you realize that the court determines your conditions of probation correct, and you fail to comply with those, right? So why should the court believe this time as you're trying to take accountability that it's different than any other?
I'm sorry, you have to answer the question.
Feel like I'll do better now this time, even though I know that I have messed up previously.
All right, the court is gonna grant the motion, find you guilty. The court will hear arguments on time. And I know you're saying you want 6 months, counsel,
Yeah, ma'am.
and state you're asking for 2?
Yes.
All right. All right, the court is, as previously stated, the court is gonna revoke, find you guilty, and the court will sentence you. And I'm gonna give you credit for things that you have done. The court will sentence you to 13 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. Court will request the therapeutic community. And there is to be no contact with Hitzel Edge.
The court has now reached its final decision. After reviewing multiple probation violations, hearing arguments from both sides, and questioning the defendant directly, Judge Stephanie Boyd revoked supervision, entered a finding of guilt, and imposed a 13-month state jail sentence. The judge also gave credit for positive efforts that had been completed while still recognizing that repeated failures to comply could no longer be ignored. One of the key themes throughout this hearing was personal responsibility. The court repeatedly emphasized that opportunities had been provided before, including treatment options, supervision modifications, and additional support. Ultimately, the ruling reflects the court's conclusion that accountability must follow when those opportunities are not successfully used. This case highlights one of the toughest realities in the justice system. Second chances exist, but they come with expectations. When those expectations are repeatedly unmet, judges are forced to make difficult decisions balancing rehabilitation and accountability. If you found this case as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns.